that works. It's a snappy cast name. Hey, welcome to the League of Legends UK custom games, which have been relocated to my channel. Immediately, Tom, who's the kind of female caster, shocked face. I'm Weskerbiscuit, and joining me today is... This is the part where you introduce yourself.
Oh, okay. I'm Natasha, and you can call me Sin, but my actual name is Cinnamon Dragon.
Yes. I hope you guys...
Very long introduction.
No, it was good. Like, that's very personable. So, yeah, well done. Is she in the group so I can tag on the post? No. Not in LoL UK. But don't worry, when news spreads that it is a grill around, then surely we will draw in the millions of viewers and make that sweet, sweet internet money, which we've all been holding out for. So, Sin, what do you think of these teams? We've seen some unusual pickups for the blue team in the mid lane with Veigar, who's recently received a little bit of love, going up against presumably an Annie? Yes, it looks like an Annie. Yeah.
Yeah, that Vladimir must be mentioned. He was also an Instalock, so he didn't know who he was going up against at that point.
Yes, it's tricky because he feels like a champion who's very good against certain champions, but not against others. I don't know. I have to admit, I really suck at Vladimir, so I'm not probably the best person to say that. Alright, so let's talk...
Everyone's been playing him recently.
Why do you think that is? I mean, also, you don't need to have a real answer here, just make a wild guess.
Mainly because of his heals, and then he gets invulnerable, has an AoE. I mean, what more do you want? 2 AoE skills and an ult? Can easily get away. Lifesteal as well. It's the entire package.
Wait, that's really weird. Why wouldn't I link my Twitch as a picture of some lady on it? Huh, weird. I don't know. But yes, you're right. I mean, he does have those skills. Yes.
I'm not quite sure how it will be against Darius, though, because, you know, he does kind of hurt now. He gets spammed up in top lane, so not quite sure how that matchup is going to end up. Vladimir might have a very bad time, but vice versa.
I don't know. I would tend to put it onto... I think Darius is probably going to do okay if he can get that upper hand down onto Vladimir. I mean, Vladimir doesn't really have... If he drops into his pool, he's still losing a chunk of health anyway. He'll be able to avoid the ultimate from Darius, but I think that will... I'm not sure if that's... Give him back the cooldown? I'm not sure. But yeah, once he's got a... I mean, Zhonya's tends to be pretty core on Vladimir. So, I imagine we'll see that come out pretty quickly.
Yeah, both of them will be able... Both of them will be able to join team fights at Dragon as well, both of them having teleport. So that's something to watch out as well. They will be both there immediately. That's
a really good point. That's not that usual in the Darius, because they're usually consumed with the desire to slay people. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, we have 5 viewers. That's 5 more than we had to start with, so welcome internet chums. To the top quality casting. Oh man, we need like a joint caster name. Cinnabiscuit? Yeah, that works.
Sinbisc.
That doesn't make any sense.
Definitely.
Yes, be prepared for an evening of cat noises, real and pretend, because that's what's on the table for tonight's League of Legends UK custom game. And we're going into the loading screen. Yes, loading screen, the most exciting part of any game. While we are loading up...
What skins will they use?
Yes. I'll let you answer that question while I check what the runes and masteries are for these people.
I don't even think I ever did my runes on my own. I think a friend of mine just logged into my account and did them for me back then. Look how much money they spent on their accounts. This is unbelievable. But then Duoska in bot lane with their Blood Moon. Dunkmaster, Final Boss, and Eterim. That is ridiculous. Where are they
That's-
getting this money from?
Evidently, they take their video games very serious like.
Ooh,
Alright,
all of the diamonds as well.
yes, this is not your usual, game with people flailing around trying to figure out where the light switch is. No, this is going to be high-level play.
This is serious.
Serious business. How do you think iMac is going to do against Evil Scotsman in the jungle?
Oh, I was very confused for a second. I was like, what?
Those are champions?
There's... what? Oh. Well, he's been played fairly often, I'd say, in the jungle. More than you would see him top lane or mid lane now. So, for me, this will be interesting. He will either fail very hard, or be very good at it. That's the truth.
That's
I
a good
mean, you can
fallback.
only
He'll
go
either
one
win
way.
or he'll lose. Well, early
You can
on,
only go one way or the other.
time is but a line. Alright, we are on to the Rift itself. These two teams confined by the bounds that keep them in their summoner's platform momentarily before they tear out on their like crazy things. We are seeing a Turnham going for the slightly lazier start. Do you think, will we see aggression between these two teams early on?
There is a blitz, I'd like to think, and a thresh, so I'd like to think that there will be some battling going on at the very beginning, but I think they'll be rather cautious and back off if one of them gets hit and leave them to die.
You impugn the camaraderie of these random groups of people. I'm pretty sure each one of these would die for each other. Literally die.
Would they?
We'll find out. Will there be mad plays, or will they just be like, not enough cat noises and walk off? You are entirely right. You see, Sin has magical cinnamon powers and knows when things are going to happen. So both teams dissuaded by the threat of. I don't know if we can forcibly insert cat noises into this game, but I think it's we'll last hit some cat noises.
I think there should be a special interaction between Blood Moon Thresh and Blood Moon Callista, just because,
They are both Blood Moon.
they're partners. Yeah, exactly. It's kind of sad that there isn't one.
Yes, it seems weird. Like, they've never done like team skin interactions, but I suspect people might think that it's not going to come up enough for it to be really worth the time. But yeah, I mean, they sure do look pretty, and I guess that's the important part. But yeah, I mean, I would have thought the red team had the advantage. Blitzcrank does tend to be a bit more aggressive early on, in that Thresh can kind of hold someone in place, whereas Blitzcrank can really pull them out of position. EK and... oh, Lukey! I thought it was Turkey. Up in the top lane, showing each other some mad disrespects. So yes, I think... so Sin, I think we settled on, at least for the time being, this is Sin's first cast, so please give her all of the criticism she needs to improve, like OMG a grill.
Always appreciated.
I think it's good to, like, it's good to have that affirmation. You're like, oh, I am? Oh, good news. Still got it.
I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, I think that
so as I was mentioning, sorry. Both of them seem pretty leveled up at top lane. If you look at it, there's a lot of poke going out from both sides, but neither of them can really take the lead on what's happening.
Well, I don't know, Luki's doing quite a lot of harass. I guess having that ranged advantage is starting to take its toll. Oh, let's get some of these guys moved around, because they've not gone into all of those cheeky hobbits. Right, there's one. Fighting way up on top. Alright, so, red and blue in the bot lane. Who do you think's the coolest?
Oh, did you just change it?
Oh, it's only going to be on my screen, unfortunately. I
okay.
just switched them around so that they're in order on the score screen, on the little scoreboard bit.
Well, that's what I did as well.
Okay, so nothing too aggressive early on. We are seeing Maki making some inroads towards the mid lane, we might see a gank attempt. Veigar not the most mobile of champions. So it's oh, here we go, flash stun coming out.
Oh my goodness. Oh, and
Well.
he lives.
No bias whatsoever in this game.
I'm not biased, I prefer both of them.
Oh, you want both of them to die? Oh, I guess that's fair enough.
Yeah, definitely.
Alright, the littlest Epic Sex. I'll say it's worth mentioning, Epic Sex is one of those local personalities who tends to spam the chat and also in game. Oh, in the mid lane though, tell us all about this.
First blood. Did you
Yes.
see that coming? He thought he had the upper hand at Rhaegar because he was so low. Wasn't expecting any gank.
That's
Especially
true.
not from Rek'Sai so early.
Now his upper hand is on the other foot.
Oh!
Oh, EK in the top.
Oh my goodness!
Oh, but in the bottom as well, so Hobbsy getting pinned against the wall. It looks like EK did manage to sneak away, and now it's dance competition time. Alright, so we have seen some early aggression come out, and the first kill going across to blue team. They're also pulling ahead quite substantially in gold. That seems to be... where is that coming from? Let's see. Well,
Mainly
CS
from Rek'Sai and Kallista's farm, in that sense.
yeah, I suppose that's true.
And of course the first blood.
Yes, it looks like blue team are managing to get a little bit more gold in their pockets in the early game. So yes, if we extend that to well, that's a 6k gold lead now. I don't know if that's going to make too much difference, but if it continues on that way, then presumably they'll lose more money. I do think that Luki's being a little bit risky up in the top lane though, because I mean, even though Darius is on very low health.
Ballsy.
Oh well, speaking of ballsy, Imaki's in that bush there, and EK could be in trouble. This is the part where you talk.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
But you keep talking, I don't know when to talk.
You just whenever something like actions happen, just button like
I don't want to interrupt you.
you just interrupt. Don't worry, just do it.
Very
It's-
rude, though.
It's fine. You're in England. We're experts on being rude. All right, here we go.
And again, in the mid lane, and just just gets melted by everything. They just threw everything out there.
Oh wow, that hook was pretty darn close. So yeah, like that was Veigar's proving surprisingly effective. I believe they have. Let's see. So I believe you can still flash through Veigar's. Oh, what's it even called? I'm gonna have a quick look on him and check what his ability is. Event Horizon. You can't dash through it anymore, but you can flash through it. So when Annie's flash is down, she's very vulnerable.
Goes out. And Sai's coming in as well, and that's the buff. There we go. Very effective with Thresh. You'd think they'd negate some of it, but clearly blue team is having the upper hand right now with the mobility from all of the characters in that sense. Rek'Sai is doing a lot of work all across the map, apart from top lane. Yeah, we'll just see if top lane's going to be left alone, if Gragas is going to come up again, or if Rek'Sai is going to focus on Dragon, and then back into the jungle.
Well, it looks like a pretty strong attempt on Dragon here. We do see Maki coming around the side, but he's not going to be in position to try and make any kind of influence there. So, blue team's lead continues to be extended. So, what do you think red team are stumbling on at this point?
They need to step up their ward game. That's what I think is the key of trying to basically do well versus Rek'Sai, because she is so mobile. You have to have wards at least somewhere that you can try and see where she's coming from. Annie's been caught out twice now due to having no wards.
Oh, the
She's
ultimate
now-
coming down. I think EK could be dead. Yes,
Aw.
Trax kill. Why are you sad about him dying, but you're really happy that Veigar would die?
Well, there was just so much more action when there was a gank with Vhagar. Now it's just like, oh, he just kind of died to the ultimate,
No, it's true.
and that's it.
It's really. Say, Luki is starting to really pull ahead here. Has got his spell vamp now, and it's presumably going to be building up, potentially to Azonius. but that's still quite a way off if that does happen. Do you think that... oh, here we go!
Aw.
Right, Mackie's able to walk away from this one, still to be... But he goes back in again!
Yeah, but nothing will really happen. They didn't kill Gragas. I think
Oh!
Veigar will die.
Yes, Veigar getting taken out by the Tibbers damage, and Mackie managing to escape on very minimal health.
Oh, and everyone is moving towards mid. Oh no, going back down again, seeing that there's nothing that they can do.
Well, there's not going to be a dragon for a while. I'm guessing they're going to be looking for the towers. Neither team having picked up a tower at this point, but I think the potential is there. I mean, certainly up in the top lane,
Yeah.
EK to get a chance to push it in.
I definitely thought that they would group mid lane and then at least try and push something down, but they just kind of backed off. Very odd.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. With these teams, they are pick-up groups, so there's quite a decent possibility that they won't have an actual shot caller or even necessarily a specific strategy in mind. So, yeah, I mean,
Lista is far ahead with her farm down in bottom lane and also has now a kill. So it'll be interesting to see what she's building into that now.
yes, I mean, she's got a huge item advantage on Eternum. So I was just trying to check what the name was. Having a good chunk of that Infinity Edge to only the starting item for Eternum. I don't know. Do you think, is it a good idea for Eternum to have stayed in lane this long?
Definitely. I mean, now he has the advantage. You had the advantage already in CS and also a kill. So I think if you are that far ahead, you should stay long in lane in order to get an additional item and not just a BF sword. But that's just my personal opinion.
Oh, the apprehend!
Oh.
Oh, but EK pays the price!
He does.
Okay, well, they are trading kills backwards and forwards. It's still pretty even. The goal's actually very similar between these two teams. Nice use of the stun to... Say, Epicx is making good use of the stun. Oh, the taunt comes out! Oh, the knockup from Evil Slotsman. Imaki is very close.
Only he had all.
Oh no! Oh, the lovely stun and the pickup kill for Evil Scotsman, proving the truth.
He's doing massive work.
Yep, you're absolutely right. I mean, there haven't been.
Without him.
Yes, no, you're completely right. He's definitely been playing. Oh, nice flash! To Sin, working.
That was risky to stay in lane. If it's a situation like that, you really shouldn't if you're solo health and you have an Annie coming your way.
Oh, the hook does land though. Oh, really nice use of the Callista ultimate there to get Thresh away and negate that aggression from the red team.
Nice save though. I don't think many of the AD carries would want to do that, especially not in that situation.
Well, I mean, that's one of the things that
I'd
Callista...
let him die.
Wow, I think Sin is the right name for you.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Watch out for Cinnamon
Two
Dragon in your
levels
custom
ahead.
games.
2 levels ahead for... What's his name? Lukey. So Darius is having a tough time at bottom.
Oh, the hook does come out on Tissin though. It's 3 on 2, but we're seeing Evil Scotsman coming in. The smite comes out, taking out Annie. Vayne gets taken out as well. There's nowhere for Blitzcrank to go. Surely this is going to be a third kill for the blue team. They pick him up as well as in the top lane. EK going down again. Nice use of the ultimate there from Vladimir.
You gotta feel sorry for Darius at this point, for EK. I mean, they did really well early. 2 gangs from Gragas, I believe, and it just went downhill from that. Lukey got the advantage, and now there's just no turning back.
Well, I mean, it might be a little early to count out the red team entirely, but it's certainly not looking great for them. Oh, speaking of...
Whoop.
Oh, nice containment from Imaki, but it doesn't look like he's going to be able to finish the job. And both teams going to collide in this jungle. Epicx taken really low, but still applying damage. Nice catch by Blitzcrank.
Annie.
Oh, Evil Scotsman could be paying for his crimes. The ultimate! Try to escape, but the damage too much. That stall at the beginning of the Rek'Sai ultimate really costing him. I think the intention with that ability is it's not really supposed to be an escape unless you manage to get the distance. Oh, nice hook!
my god!
The damage comes down. Sir Hobbsy just doesn't feel like Sir Hobbsy really expects to live. Very sad. Oh! And there we go, the evasion on the ultimate by Luki.
We were discussing this at the beginning, if it was going to get reset, and I see right now that it's still available for him to use his ultimate. So the pool doesn't negate it in that sense.
Yeah, so that's not as big an advantage. Oh, here we go. Apprehend comes out underneath the turret. Oh, lovely play by Luki. So even as we were just disparaging their chances, immediately they go on and succeed. Oh, here comes the stun out though.
Oh.
Epic Sex is maneuvering around the outside of the red team. Kalista doing a lot of work. Oh, that catch from Epic Sex! The damage is pouring in. The red team are in so much trouble. Imaki just throws in a barrel, but still, it's one dragon apiece. Imaki's not... I don't know if he's really going to be able to commit to this one. This could go very badly. I think Imaki's going to hopefully be able to get away. No, the stun just missing. And Evil Scotsman taking very low. I don't know if this is the best idea from Imaki. Does pick up the kill, but in exchange, surely he's going to pay for it. And Sir Hobbsy is the one to actually get the kill credit there.
Those are some really nice plays though. A lot of messy fights going on throughout the game, but clear pickups when they basically cancel or find someone out of position. But team fights often seem to go really messy for blue team in that sense. They're still ahead, mainly through farming. Kalista's doing nice work at bottom lane. But so is Luki at top lane, farming both kills and farm in that sense.
Yeah, well...
Well...
It's true. It's true. No one can deny that. Well, we're also seeing the turrets being picked up relatively early on for the blue team, which is a big chunk of global gold for them. Oh, EK could be in trouble up in the top though. The Tibber's coming down. Damage again pouring in. The flash does come out. The stun wasn't there though.
And he's actually gonna get away.
I think so.
He's just not having a good time today, is he?
No, I mean,
Constantly getting picked on.
as much as I was giving you crap for this before, you were completely right. It did in fact go heavily one way or the other, and it's very much in Luki's favour. Hasn't seen Evil Scotsman's attentions too much, and this means that we are seeing more. Well, Luki being able to pull ahead. I don't know if Luki's going to be able to turn. Oh! Alright, here comes Sir Hobbsy, thrust right into the middle of the red team, being thrown backwards and forwards but picked up. And Kalista in a really bad place, but no, could dance around, almost killing the Vayne. It's one hit either way, an explosive kill for Luki. Well, I was literally just about to say. Yes, it was a nice idea. It was a very nice idea. It just didn't work out in practice.
Yeah.
Whew.
Nope. Nothing going on there.
Yep, nothing at all. It's pretty, I don't know. Red team are still behind the goal. Oh, Luki taking a lot of damage there. And the stun actually catching him, but nice deny from Maki there, who's going to give up their life to try and keep Evil Scotsman from getting in the team, and now they're in the team. This could go pretty badly. Epic Six is trying to find that damage. Does manage to get it! And EK picks up a turret at the top as well. It's blue team are doing pretty darn well at this point. Do you think?
I gotta say, Darius is gonna try and stay in the game with trying to farm. So I think he's doing a pretty good job, and Vlad is letting him free farm in that sense.
Yes,
So
I
he's
think
gonna
that's.
see some benefit from that.
Do you think is it a mistake for a red team to be paying as little attention to Darius now as they are?
I don't think he will be a problem for them to tackle it. He hasn't finished a single item in that sense, or has he?
No, he's got a couple of sort of
Working.
theoretically half items.
Yeah, and I don't think he will. I don't think they think that he will be a problem.
Oh, here comes Imaki. Might be a little over cocky there with the dancing. Hooks him out left, right, and centre. Explosions knocking the blue team all over the place, and they're actually being put on the back foot now.
I think now they're just being cocky. They think that they can group and take them all out.
Oh wow, that
Does
meteor!
a lot of damage.
This could be the turnaround though. Blue team coming in, Knockup's coming down, Hooks, he's going to miss, EK has the ultimate on him, and Lukey is right in the middle of everything. T-Sin isn't dissuaded by the fact he's getting chunked down super low. Evil Scotsman going up against Imaki, running through the jungle. I don't know if we're going to see a conclusion to that particular fight. Epic 6 having to flash away the damage coming down, doesn't want to get stunned, doesn't want to take a meteor to the face either. Vladimir vomiting in the mid lane. I don't know if that's a strategy they want to fully employ, but still effective taunting. Whew. I think
it's difficult for them to.
Oh, Imaki's going really hard on Rampage, and I don't think it's going to work out. He's going to explode, and that's a kill, a really valuable kill. Well, let's talk about the items between the two AD carries here. As we were saying before, Moonlit Rampage is quite far ahead as far as gold goes, and has got that Infinity Edge, and is building towards a BF sword. Sorry, not a BF sword, a Blade of the Ruined King, whereas there's only really the Blade of the Ruined King for Eternum on Vayne. How significant do you think that is at this current juncture?
Well, she's gonna get more crits out of it, while Vayne, so Eterim, will most likely get more health or lifesteal in that sense, so able to stay in fights longer, farm some minions, go back into the fight. So it kind of just depends on the situation. If Callista finishes Blade of the Ruined King, and then Hurricane, I don't think.
Sorry, just so a wild Rek'Sai appears, jump across. Oh, they're going for the dragon! We're seeing teleports coming in. Eternum is ready though. Nice condemn into the wall. The dragon does get taken by the red team. Can Eternum one-on-one EK? No! Okay. Well, okay, so still they end up trading, so no, EK's still alive! Imaki's gonna try and finish the job. That was incredibly cheeky. The ultimate, but it's still. With that, they traded relatively evenly. Epic 6 going very, very low. Here comes the stun! Epic 6 does get shut down. T-Sin gets taken out as well. They're trading kills backwards and forwards, but it is 3-on-2. Imaki is nowhere near. Traskid Lukey's is on such low health. Can he get the last thing? No, double kill. Comes out. Nice pickup for Rampage. We're seeing Imaki coming, trying to finish off. Hook misses. Scotsman does get a knock up though. Rampage is having to hang around the very edges of this fight. Flay comes down. Imaki getting taken very low. I don't see this ending well for them. Abyssinian? I think that's a joke. Oh, nice condemn on the wall though. Here comes Sir Halsey picking up the kill. It's so close. No, the last auto attack missing. The tour bolts don't go off. And it comes out very slightly in blue team's favour. Oh man, my throat.
There was so much going on right now, and still going on.
Yep, T-Sin's being chased down. Callista's... Oh, actually picks up another kill. Oh my glab. Oh my glab. I think I need to turn the settings down. There's too much action. Let's just turn the settings down to... Turn them down to medium. Because my computer's exploding from the sheer joy of things. Okay,
Let's try and walk through this step by step of what happened.
Yeah, what did happen?
Vayne and Darius were dueling in the bush at Dragon. Darius took her down. While Vladimir appears, ults Darius. Darius lives. And Lukey himself was very surprised that actually happened.
Yes.
And then Gravis just throws his ult out. And that's how everyone else just collapses on it. And there we go.
Oh, Abyssinian does get knocked up with all the damage coming down. Imaki's going to try and disrupt. Is it enough to keep Abyssinian alive? No. But instead they're going to trade... No, Hubsy not going to be traded. Face of the mountain coming down. Imaki in so much trouble. And the red team caught out by a death bush. It's still carrying on though. Epic 6 gets taken out by a Eternum. Nice condemn against all. EK is taking pretty low. The stun comes out on him as well. Double kill coming out, and he actually picking those ones up. Evil Scotsman is in a lot of trouble as well. Is gonna just missing on the last bit of damage. Rampage is gonna try and get away. The distance is probably too great for the red team to catch up, but still, that's a 2-4. No, okay, he went back in again. Oh, Tessin picks up another kill. That's 11 kills on Sandy, though has died 8 times as well.
It has to be mentioned that Vayne did not use her Blade of the Ruined King throughout this entire battle. and she almost died.
No, that's
Either she forgot.
a really good
or
point.
Yeah, she might have forgot or was trying to save it for a more valuable time to get Callista.
Okay, oh, so I've just been told that something gone a little bit awry with the, let's see. Okay, sorry, I didn't realise up until this point I'd actually screwed up what was going on the stream. Thank you for someone for telling me that one. Because yes, we've been casting without full visibility. I do apologise. That's the problem with not having Twitch open. I should really have done that. All right, sorry guys, but
We've been casting with what?
we've basically super zoomed in. I think people will still be able to see what's going on, but yes, we should have a much better view right now. Okay, right. Well, we have a brief period of not vast amounts of murdering between these two teams, and it's still really close as far as golden kills goes. It's very backwards and forwards. I don't know. Is it going to be the scaling of Vayne that comes out ahead if these teams stay relatively equal with each other, or I guess Epic Sex has also got that infinite scaling.
I feel like
Oh!
it all depends on
all the damage. Rampage is in trouble, and Luki picks up the kill. EK up in the bot lane as well. Eternum putting the extra damage down, and the teamwork from the red team is pretty impressive here. Though the damage from Epic Six is still, really nice death sentence there. Unfortunately, Epic Six missing. It's a knockups as well, all over the place. Luki is chasing down Evil Scotsman. Tidson is in the middle of that event horizon. And it's actually going to be red team who come up. Oh, no, okay. F6 does pick up another kill. Sir Hobbsley gets taken out by Imaki. And Eternum gets a condemn on the wall. This could be the end of Epic Sex. And it is a nice ace for the red team.
I feel like they should have just not tried to group or not tried to split push. I think they should have just focused on farming instead of picking someone off. Can't pick off Luki. He's too fed, too invulnerable in that sense. Not even Callista can take him on, and if Callista can't take him on, then who can? Everything has to be then put on him, or from the entire blue team, just to stop him.
No, I'm sure you're right. I mean, these, as exciting as these team fights are, it does get very messy with all of the AoE and grabs and things. But still, if the red team can pick up another free dragon here, that's going to be the third dragon. That's going to be... I mean, it's hard to kind of quantify how useful it is, but still, extra movement speed can certainly never go right. Oh, Evil Scotsman right into the middle of the red team! I don't know if this is the best idea in the world. Red team do still pick up the dragon, and Evil Scotsman's going to have to flash away. Doesn't get killed for his troubles, at least.
I mean, talking about Luki some more, he has the highest farm, and the best KDA so far, so... Leading Zonya's...
Oh, EK came in trouble. Tibber's coming down. The Ignite coming down as well. And I don't know if EK had any way of getting out of that situation.
I think he needs to focus more on farming and catching up and farming the jungle rather than trying to make plays at this stage. Or he's just given up. That could also be one of the possibilities. I mean, he's 2 and 10. Most, I think, 7 of those kills from Vladimir transferred from him. I think at this stage he's trying to do everything he possibly can. But who knows if it's going to work out in the end.
Yes, it's not exactly a cinch you can really get away with that kind of proxy farming. If he does get caught, no escapes whatsoever. I mean, well, I suppose he does have the teleport, but that doesn't really count. I don't know, is there something better he could be doing?
Playing top lane myself just because you always get blamed for it. You lose your lane and then, for example, Luki in this case got fed, in other words, so you get blamed for that. I think for him it's trying to find the motivation to stay in the game. That's how I always feel, of just trying to focus on farm, trying to keep ahead in that sense, which he's doing fairly well. Second highest CS.
Oh, that's a really good point. I hadn't even actually noticed that. Good catch. Speaking of good catches, the hook just missing. Like, that's the thing I use way too often. So it's 5 turrets to 4 in favour of the blue team, and the pressure continues to come down the middle lane. Nice! The flash comes in. Good disruption there from Imaki. Blue team, this is going to be a real mess of a fight. Abyssinian getting taken very low. EK trying to chase underneath the remains of the turret. Luki is almost running a frontline here. Eternum gets picked up by the Meteor. We're seeing a nice use of the Zhongyas there. Epic Sex is trying to defend himself using that Event Horizon hook. Doesn't hit. Rampage is around the outside of that fight, going to try and get some Ren stacks on. The Ignite comes down on Imaki. Luki is chasing his way through the remains of the blue team, who are scattering like the wind. Event Horizon cuts off that portion of the jungle though, and we could see a return. Tenzin very, very low. All of these teams super low. Oh, the knockup comes in! Abyssinian gets taken out as well. That's 2 kills. Another kill put across. That's huge, the blue team. Evil Scotsman may have pushed these things a little too far though. I don't know if he can take out Imaki. Manages to avoid the barrel though. The percentage health damage is about to come out. Oh my god, that was so close.
Oh my goodness. I think that's what they need to focus on, if I'm going to be honest. Getting as low as possible, and then just killing everyone, because I think that's what they're doing. Every team fight so far, they've backed off, come back in when they were really low, and they've always come out ahead at that stage. When they fight full on health, I just don't think it works out for them.
No, I think you're right. I think it might just be to do with cooldowns. They get extra uses out of such crucial abilities like Event Horizon, and that's really turning these fights around, because it allows them to do some really odd things you wouldn't expect a team to be able to do. And the blue team are moving in on this Baron with those Ren stacks. Yes, Evil Scotsman taken super, super low.
Has to be very careful here. Oh, there we go. Some healing going out.
Oh, there we go. So Baron Nashor picked up.
Wards. No wards again. This is what we talked about at the very beginning.
Red team, we talked about this.
This is what we talked about. Jesus. I mean, 2 pings isn't enough, okay?
Well, you heard it here.
Yeah, but coming from a main support, yeah.
Don't worry, I know other supports who would entirely agree with you and also would beat me up.
And none of the blue team have upgraded their trinkets as well at this stage. That's very odd, considering that, well, only 2 of the red teams have actually done that.
No, that's a good point.
You'd reckon at 31 minutes, you'd slowly have some spare money. I mean, it's 250.
Oh yeah, I mean, especially the yellow trinket upgrade is huge. Like, in terms of efficiency, just having those extra wards on the map can give you so much more vision than you would have otherwise. That sometimes I'm seeing teams kind of neglecting their red wards just to get more, to try and, rather than trying to eliminate the enemy's vision, just to have more vision than they do on the map. Oh, here we go! The teleport. Sorry, the flash is coming in. Damage pouring in from Eternum. Evil Scotsman in so much trouble. Double kill picked up there. So Luki continuing his reign of terror in this game, and it's looking pretty dire. Oh wow, the damage from Epic Sex is absolutely enormous. The Event Horizon comes down, but it's not going to save the turret. We do see Darius up in the top lane though. It's going to trade that turret out, but they could lose an inhibitor here. And this is going to really put a crimp into Blue Team's plans. Here comes Epic Sex, blows up Luki! Oh my gosh! Luki doesn't have any magic resist at all and has a lot of ability power. So the ultimate coming out from Epic Sex is doing maximum damage. And really nicely played. They might actually be trading inhibitors back and forth here though. I don't know, can EK stay in base with T-Sin smashing him? Yes!
Definitely! We've just seen it, yeah. Red buff is stolen, Dragon gonna get picked up. I mean, the entire package. Trading, but coming out ahead in that sense.
It's still really close between these two teams. Imaki does get caught by Death Distance, which allows Thresh to get in. Nice, dropping the Lantern. We've got both junglers in the Dragon Pit. Red team gets the Dragon for the 4th of the game. And Imaki could be in a lot of trouble here. Even if he can't even... There's nowhere for Imaki to go, surely! He's getting smashed, and the Event Horizon stun comes out. A double kill picked up for Epic Sex. He's becoming a monster to rival Luki. Let's have a quick look. So So we've got, for Epic Sex, at the moment, he's rocking 917 ability power, which is just completely bonkers. The ultimate is going to go for, how much is it? It's going to be for nearly 1,500 plus 80% of the ability power of the target. So, I don't know, could that one-shot Luki? Oh, the turn gets caught with the Event Horizon and blown up! Evil Scotsman's in the base, gets caught by the hook. Still, they're going to fight this one on the tower. Luki taking a lot of damage, drops the Zhonya's. We've got the damage amplification come out from Vlad. Ultimate picks up another kill for Epic Sex. Luki getting killed as well. It's looking really bad for a red team who were looking so confident. Shutdown comes out. Still fighting underneath his tower. The slowing from the turret. Scotsman gets knocked up. It's diving all over the place. The turret gets taken out. Hobbsy getting flashed in. Another kill for Rampage. Surely a double kill for Rampage as well. This is going to be another inhibitor for the blue team, and they could even take this further.
My goodness.
Oh my glad.
How? Oh my goodness.
Let's get more British all of a sudden.
No, but who would have thought that if you just leave Darius up in the top lane, just leave him there, no one cares, let him farm, do some work, turn around the game. I mean, I didn't think it was possible, but I did sort of call it that he should just farm and take turrets. But quite honestly, I wouldn't have expected it to turn out this well. I would have thought that he maybe would have just taken that one turret and left it at that, but he just kept going.
Well, it's really nice use of the Ravenous Hydra, giving Darius a lot more pushing power than he would have had otherwise. So yes, I think it really caught the red team off guard as to how much pressure he was able to put on the top lane while they were... I guess that's the thing, isn't it? When you feel like, as a team, you're getting kills, that can feel like that's what you're supposed to be doing, as opposed to necessarily...
It can also feel like as if you're ahead, but then you have a split pushing Darius, a Veigar that can melt you instantly. So, what do you go from there? I mean, there's not really anywhere that you can go, because Veigar is just too massive. With farm and with kills, he can just kill Vayne, or Vlad in that sense, and Annie with his old combo. And then that's that. That's one strike on.
It's interesting to see we're not seeing Luki picking up any kind of magic resist whatsoever. It's actually just picking up more AP. I don't know, at this point in proceedings, would it be worthwhile for Luki to get up magic resist, or should he just double down as he is doing on ability power?
I think the faster you can kill them, I don't think it matters if you're, alive or not. If the team does in the end stay alive, like Vayne and Annie and Gragas, I think that's the objective. I don't think it's too beneficial for Luki to stay alive.
Oh, a totem does get caught. Nice apprehend. The damage, yes, the flash allows for the Ren stacks to take effect, and they pick up yet another kill, pressuring his bot lane. No, could they pick up yet another tower here?
Well, Veigar's slowly making his way up.
Oh, EK gets caught! Evil Scotsman goes in hero mode on the tower. Nice slows coming out. Blue team doing everything they can. Really nice Event Horizon, managing to cut off a lot of aggression from the red team, and blue team not going to have to pay for it as much as they might have otherwise. Oh, the flash comes out. Tenzin going in, deploys his Zhonya, so trying to avoid a lot of that damage. Still, Moonlit Rampage is truly unstoppable. Picking and choosing the fights. The minions have run out for the blue team though, so I don't know if they can continue to push on to this turret.
I'm just trying to apprehend what, or not apprehend.
Good pun. Oh my gosh, a giant Gragas appears.
Moonlit just does so much damage.
Alright, Imaki does get caught. Even as big as that Gragas is, surely this Gragas is going to fall. Moonlit Rampage picks up another kill. Scotsman going very low there. Nice Event Horizon. EK and a Term in a death battle there. The hook doesn't manage to connect, so they haven't yet been able to turn this into anything too significant, but the super minions are pushing in on the top and middle of the red team's base. They've surely got to react to this at some point.
Yeah, so they will get that bottom turret, or they might just push all the way through.
Well, it looks like
Callista's doing her own thing now.
Yes. I think Rampage can pretty much do it by themselves.
I think this is it.
Oh, EK gets caught by the hook, knocked up. So much damage coming out. Here comes Hobsy. It's taking some of those silver bullets to the face. Rampage is still proving to be super, super effective. Here comes Lukey, deploys Zhonya's right in the middle there. Nice hook, stops him from doing it too much more. Minimal health, and Tenson gets picked up as well. Sorry, Tesson? I don't even know how to say names anymore. Oh, Eternum getting chased out of his own base. And this is going to be another inhibitor, the third inhibitor going down for the red team. Here comes Scotsman, is right underneath the turret, taking the slow from the turret. Epic 6 is trying to keep Aimaki in the corner. Shutdown does come out, so we've got no more Rampage for a while. Red team might try and turn this one around. Aimaki is... I don't think Aimaki knows what to do. Getting knocked up everywhere and sideways. Once the cooldown's come... No! He picks up Epic 6 with a nice flash belly combo. Aimaki drops the exhaust. Doesn't quite hit onto Evil Scotsman. It's such low health from both of these characters here. The knockout comes out again. Last bit of damage is going to be crucial. Evil Scotsman is trying to get away. Nice hook comes out. And is that going to last bit of damage? Oh, finally Aimaki picks it up. And on a killing spree of all things, Red Team managed to turn that one pretty darn well.
Looks like GGs aren't going out yet, as Vladimir pointed out.
Oh, EK's looking for a cheeky crap onto Aimaki. I don't know how well this is going to work out for the very low health. Oh, but here comes the stun! Oh, the stun does come... No, actually no stun on EK! He is getting crowd control nonetheless though, and even with the Dark Patch, he doesn't have to get away. And you're right, the 5th Dragon is going to be really crucial for the red team to turn this one around. Burn and double! And, oh, I don't know if have I explained to you... No, I don't think I've explained the whole Mr. and Mrs. Krabs thing. So, sometimes it's hard to differentiate between the Rift Scuttlers, between the Dragon and the Baron. So, I came up with my intensely clever naming scheme of Mr. Krabs is by the Dragon, and Mrs. Krabs is by the Baron. And that way you know which one is which.
So, Mr. is at Dragon, Mrs. is at Baron.
Mm-hmm. They have a long distance relationship.
Any particular reason? Oh, okay.
I don't know, I think it's just because I like calling things Mr. Hey, Mr. Krabs. Oh man, if only there was a mod to give the Rift Scuttler a top hat and a monocle like in Skyrim.
That would be glorious.
Well,
but yeah, you asked me about 5 minutes ago after all this fighting if Lukey should be getting some MR and armor. And I don't think he needs to, because his main objective is to deal a lot of damage, and I mean, Gragas is already so tanky, same with I think Blitzcrank, and Vladimir in itself is tanky just with those items, that I don't think it's necessary for him to build more than he already has. He just needs to dish out a lot of more damage. So
Blue Team could be picking up a Baron here. It doesn't look like Red Team are really in position to contest it.
I don't think they had the ability to. I mean, they had 2 inhibitors down, 1 open one. It was either they contest it and lose one of the turrets, or they back off in order to save their base. And they have the 5th Dragon, so depends on personal choice which one is more important, 5th Dragon or Baron.
I'd say as far as combat effectiveness goes, I don't know, I think there's more utility in the 5th Dragon. Oh, the hook missing. But the stun is... No, it's actually going to be denied by the Banshee's Veil. So that's not the engage the red team were looking for. And Event Horizon used to keep Gragas from aggressing, even while he takes so much damage himself. The flash coming in, Evil Scotsman getting the knockup. And it's just explosions everywhere. Lukey has to drop through the Zhonyas. So Hobsy is taking a lot of damage though. EK in the back line, doing what he can, but the attention of the red team turns to him, and he gets blown to pieces.
Ballista is still not using her Blade of the Ruined King. She hasn't used it last fight either. I mean, Vayne's been using it now, but Callista's just been neglecting it, I feel.
I guess
this is huge.
I guess when everything's happening, it can seem like, yes, there's just not quite enough spare brain space, I suppose.
Yeah.
Oh, Epic 6 does get slowed by Aimaki. The Zhonya's coming out. A blue team getting taken really low, and this is actually turned around on them. Imaki's going to get picked up as well for a double kill onto Rampage, and Rampage has 21 kills, which I think just words do not. Oh, here comes Luki, picks up Epic Sex. The hook doesn't go onto Rampage, which is so important. Oh, nice, the silence stopped him from using the Ren stacks.
I feel like this just goes back to really good team player communication. Because any other solo game, Veigar would have just died right then and there when he got caught out, but Kalista made her way down in order to save him. They felt they could get around, go for further objectives, but little did they know that 3 of them would be coming up with them.
Yeah, I mean, it does seem to be, it's all about which team can kind of catch the other one unawares. It's only 1 minute, 1 minute, I'll read, 2 minutes until the next dragon. And it looks like, I don't know, blue team are picking up an early Mr. Krabs in the, I'm trying to popularise it, you see, in the, near the dragon, but that's actually going to run out before the dragon comes up, so I don't know how useful it's going to be for them.
Well, they will definitely know if they make their way down there and ward.
That's true.
I think that gives them some indication of what's going to happen. All the pings coming out, so trying to secure the base as much as possible so that there's no backdooring going on. So I think it's pretty, though red team is behind now just because of turrets and inhibitors being down. I do feel like they have the upper hand, especially in team fights.
Well,
they are also tanky now. I mean, if you look at Vladimir, you look at Annie, you look at Gragas, I don't think it will take a lot of resources in order to take them down. Banshee's Veil as well. So Annie's huge. You might not feel like it. Like
she might not be huge in stature.
Yeah.
But she's huge in this game, certainly. I
mean, she has red buff, so don't forget that.
Well, you're right. Because we're seeing Banshees and Zhonya's coming out on Annie. Well, it looks like Luki did pick up a bit of magic resist with the Abyssal Scepter. Abyssal Scepter? Yes, it's Abyssal Scepter. Sorry, I always get confused with that and Void Staff. So it's going to be able to drop the magic resist of the blue team as a whole when he's in the middle of them. But it seems like every fight is so crucial. I mean, red team are kind of... I think you're right that they've... Oh, the hook comes out! Ooh. Nice use of the ultimate node to negate that, but still, Imaki, not to be denied, comes in, displaces a lot. There's huge explosions everywhere. Luki has to drop the Zhonya's, so Hobbs getting taken very low. There's damage being done across all teams. EK getting taken out by a Turnham for a double kill. Another kill comes out. That's going to be the AD carry. Rampage taken out by Imaki, and it's going to be another 5th dragon for the red team. This is... I think you're right. They're not able to get to a Turnham, and both of the AD carries are proving so crucial during these team fights. It seems to be where most of the damage is coming from over the course of the fight, at least at this stage. And Turnham was completely safe during that fight, whereas Rampage was just picked apart really easily.
Yeah, they all got melted. If that Zhonya's wasn't there from Veigar, he would have died within an instant. I mean, you see how fast Dragon was, you know, taken down. Just imagine how fast squishy little Veigar is. Well,
we're going to potentially see a Nexus turret going down. We're seeing a teleporting Vlad coming in. This is really hyper-aggressive from the red team. I don't know, this might actually end up costing them if blue team can turn this around. Eagle Scotsman trying to take out a Turnham. A last bit of damage, now the life steals too much, keeps the Turnham up, and the Nexus surely going to go down, the last hook of the game. And that's it. Incredible game from both teams, but congratulations to the red team. Wow.
It's safe to say that Vladimir is the MVP.
I think that's
440 CS. 15 to 5 to 19.
Oh my gosh. That was completely bonkers. Oh man, wow, that was incredible. That game was just completely crazy. Really well done to both teams. But yes, I think you're right. The Lukey needed to have more attention given to him by the jungler because he turned into a complete monster in that game. Even so, I mean, you can't discount Moonlit Rampage's contributions because she was doing crazy work. Oh man, what's everyone saying? These chat messages. Yeah, someone was saying that the screen was cut off, so I'm sorry about that. Someone else was saying the same thing, and someone saying the same thing. And yes, 4 people saying the same thing. I just didn't notice. Oh, how embarrassing. Yes, I love the person giggling in Twitch chat.
What?
Oh, someone put saggy penis. Asterisk giggles asterisk. Yes. Well, that was a crazy bonkers game. I don't know if I think. Well, it looks like Gankicus, Epic Sex demanding MVP. I think Epic Sex did a lot of work in that game on the Veigar, but still, I don't know. As crucial as Veigar was to the blue team's sort of game plan, it was Kalista who was really getting. I suppose, you know, well, we can look at the damage actually. We don't have to guess. Man, it was almost a dead heat between Kalista and Veigar. Let's see. Oh, okay, they are doing another game, but yes, I think my co-caster Sin will have to leave, unfortunately. As much as you may have enjoyed her dulcet tones, is that correct?
My what?
Did you say you had to leave after the first game?
Yeah, I should be doing my presentation on ecotourism, but I can do another one.
Oh, well. Well, I mean, that's the thing, isn't it? It's like, do you do education or do you cast a game?
To be fair, just 15% of the grade. The rest is report.
Okay, speaking as someone who flunked out of university, I'm going to tell you, go do your presentation. I'll get someone else to cast with. But thank you so much for coming on and doing this cast today. Really nice job. And yeah, I'll like, I guess we can go through it in detail like another time. But yes, for now, thank you very much for Cinnamon Dragon for coming and lending her casting talents today. I will attempt to see if I can find another caster to help out for this next game.
Okay.
Yeah, oh, cheers. Have a good one. Oh.
Bye bye.
Let's see. I know this guy likes casting. Let's see if he'll be willing to do it. Okay. Okay, let's go off of TeamSpeak and let's go on to here and alright, so wow, that was quite the crazy game. And I mean, I don't think I've seen something quite as bonkers as that for a long time. I mean, it's obviously the high level play, but the back and forth between those two teams is just completely nuts. But yes, mad props to Cinnamon Dragon, and I hope that she gets her presentation done because, like, you know, you don't want to not lose out on your grade just to do some casting. There'll be more games. There'll always be more games. Oh, cheers, Moonlit Rampage. Your support is what keeps me going. Alright, let's get our co-caster in. Let's see. So, should we turn up? We'll try it on Skype. If that doesn't work, we'll change to TeamSpeak. So let me know if the volumes don't quite work together. But John, Lemuel Sisyphus should be joining us momentarily.
Hello.
Hey there. So we'll see. Oh, actually, I just remembered TeamSpeak is going to be better because it's going to have some background noise reduction. So, do you have John? Do you have TeamSpeak installed?
Oh, I do have TeamSpeak installed, yes.
Okay, in that case, if you could come to this server, then we'll cast from there.
Are we live now? Or...
We are live now.
Okay, great, awesome.
Alright, I shall talk to you on TeamSpeak very shortly. Okay, so Lemuel is... yes, we'll try and keep the profanity to a minimum in this one. Obviously, these things do slip out occasionally. But, you know, we'll try and keep this a family show. Yes, Epic6 saying hello to his internet friends, internet chums. Laster Canopulse. I'd want to cast as well. Oh. Well, in that case, you should definitely post about it in the group, and we can always get you in on another one of these things.
So I'm curious, what are the teams that are playing? I do not recognise anyone. Should I?
No, I don't necessarily think so. This is the LoL UK custom game, so it's people from the LoL UK Facebook group, so you don't necessarily know them. But in the previous game, there was, oh man, it was absolutely crazy. Let's just check who was playing what. So yes, we saw a huge amount of kills come out from Moonlit Rampage on Kalista, though ultimately the blue team lost the game. But Trash Kid Lukey on Vladimir doing so much work. So much work, it was crazy. And building up to absurd, well, not actually Veigar-like levels of AP. Epic6's AP was, well, I think, almost 1,000, if maybe not more than that. But still, doing a huge amount of work. Unfortunately, even though EK did do a lot of pushing, it didn't ultimately work out too well. Oh man, I'm so like spun out from that last game that it's I just don't know what to say. I just don't know the words. They do don't fail me.
Well, that looks pretty interesting. We've got a nice wide variety of elos spread in both teams. Yeah, I'm very interested to see how they all match up against each other.
Yes. Cinnamon Dragon, who was cast in the previous game, did in fact call pretty much everything that was going to happen. So, yeah, nice job on her part. She might be joining us.
I have a lot to live up to. Then
you do.
Just call everything that's going to happen.
Cinnamon might be joining us again later on once done with the presentation, so we might end up with a tri-cast, which would be pretty crazy. Oh, man. Let's see. Well, we'll just have to see what comes up in the second game.
Blaster Canopulse, yes, I completely understand how you feel because I've experienced the exact same thing.
Oh man. Oh. Baby buns? Sounds legit. Wait, Lustar Canopulse, like... God bless this new caster. Oh.
No problem. Subscribe and I've not actually advertised a LoL Twitch channel, so I don't actually know. I might actually have to look this up how I should advertise and tell people to subscribe every time I say something that they enjoy.
Oh, you follow. Though to be fair, like it's not your channel, so I guess you can link your own.
No, I'll just advertise for you because I'm such a nice guy.
Oh yeah, well you just say like, if you like what you hear, and you hear what you like, please follow, rate, subscribe, reports to the feds.
I apologise for not having a very feminine voice, but just trying to imagine there's a huge chest behind this voice.
Well, I fill that up in that department, so it's fine. Oh, my kitty has woken up. So yes, I mean, obviously it was exciting time for everyone. A real grill on the internet, like that never happens, right? Never happens.
Weskerbiscuit, you do need to drop your chat bar. That's covering a bit of the champion select.
Hmm?
Your in-game chat bar that's covering a bit of champion select. Why am I being too pedantic off the bat?
In-game chat. Oh, you mean just close everyone's messages?
Do you know what it is? My LoL popped up as they went into champion select, so it looked really, really weird. I had the in-game chat on, that's completely wrong.
Well,
that didn't happen.
we started well. Alright, so I believe, well, you've got a lot to live up, especially because Cinnamon is, I believe, still watching this stream, and along with Mary from the Exeter Esports Society, mad hype for those guys. So there's the judging eyes of many ladies on this particular match. So we've got to take one back for the guys, even though Cinnamon did such a great job until the last time that I'm pretty sure we're going to be out of the job momentarily. All right, well, we are into the Hobbsy disconnected. Okay, we're probably going to see this game being remade because Hobbsy isn't actually in it anymore. Alright, so what do you want your kind of caster name to be, John?
I'll just stick with my in-game name. I'll just go Lemuel, I guess.
Alright, you're right with Mule?
Yeah, that's fine. Or we can go old school and call me Spanish. I think Spanish would be quite a fitting one as well. Confuse a few people.
That's true. My instinct is to always call you Spanny anyway, so I'll go with that.
Okay. Yeah.
Alright, Spanny, did you catch any of the previous game?
I did not actually, I only just logged on. I was about to play my first game of the day and then I got a invite to cast.
Well, there you go. Everything's happening right now. There's a lot in the in-game lobby. There's some calls to burn the witch. I don't know who that's directed at, presumably Spanny, because he's in many ways a witcherlock. I think we might have some champions of the Kaplan here. I'm not sure. People have different in-game names from their Twitch names. It's always a little hard to tell who the heck's who. But I don't know. I guess we'll find out when the game starts. There's Mad Kex coming there. I think presumably we're just going to wait for Hopsy to come back in again. But okay. Going from what we saw last time, it seems quite likely. Well, I don't know. In the last game, Luki was able to farm up, to be honest, his lane opponent and as well as the lane itself. Given how well Vladimir did in the previous game. Oh, sorry?
I was just saying, if you're farming your opponents as well, that's a pretty bad sign.
Yes, well, do you think, given how well Vladimir did in the previous game, and that presumably that's going to be a point of attention for the opposing team, can it happen again, or when the focus gets put on Vladimir, can he still stay up and become relevant if he gets ganked continuously?
I think Vladimir will actually do quite a lot of work no matter what happens, because as long as you hit late game, Vladimir gets his items, he's got this kit to survive, and as well, he's got the damage out to actually attribute the team fights, and the only real thing he's lacking is a hard CC. But if you do, it's one of those things where, depending on the lane matchup, if it's not favourable for the Vladimir, he's going to be behind for the majority of the game, and he won't have that effectiveness until more than 20, maybe 30 minutes in the game. By that point, with good objective control, you could probably be on the first few steps to actually winning the game, and Vladimir won't really kick in until a lot later. But regardless, I still think Vladimir is a solid late game DPS source, as well as a tank, really. Alright,
well, so we're seeing it, Gragas and well, from the previous game, we're seeing Gragas, Vega, and Kalista all banned out. Do you think, are we going to see another Vladimir this game?
Given how good it was last time, I wouldn't be surprised, but at the same time, I think they expect the Vladimir, so here is the counter pick already, I think. Or is he just hovering over that control us already?
Oh yeah, I mean,
were these bans directed bans from previous games or just general bans? I think.
oh yeah, well the Gragas, Vega, and Calista definitely directed bans. So I don't know if the Gragas was super necessary, but certainly Vega and Calista doing a lot of work, even though it ultimately didn't really pan out for them.
So what role did Gragas play?
He was just disruption and kind of jumping in and causing a bunch of mess. All right, so what do you see?
Jungle or top?
Jungle, I
Jungle,
believe.
okay. So you should sort of tank Gragas, tank CDR Gragas, okay.
Yes. All right, we are seeing another Vladimir coming out. It's I don't know. Who would you say is going to be hardest for Vladimir to deal with in the top lane?
From my experience, a Aurelia is usually quite difficult because of the Emax and 2 second stun can do quite a lot of damage on Vladimir, especially when it comes to the gank, as well as a Riven is quite powerful and all in on Vladimir. Jen, on the other hand, is a personal favourite of mine. If you can land a taunt and aggress on Vladimir, you usually should be able to win the trade, along with the shield sort of blocking most of the damage from the initial Q. I think the choice for purple team is Aurelia, which is the most, I think, solo queue standard, because Aurelia also scales quite well into late game, and regardless of what stage Vladimir is in, Aurelia seems to have the kit to disable him. So I think that's a very good choice.
Yeah, well, that makes a lot of sense. How do you think of Lissandra? Well, presumably we're going to see a Lissandra in the mid lane. That would be my guess. How does she face off against Diana?
I don't know, Lissandra's an interesting combination. I think Lissandra has some range advantage in the sense Diana has to auto attack. But so pre 6, Lissandra will have probably the easiest time, or the easier time, I should say, harassing Diana and sort of winning lane, taking advantage of that. And then, well, a big part will be setting up ganks, being a control mage. Lissandra will have a much easier time setting up a gank on Diana than vice versa for the team. But once level 6 happens, I think Diana will have a small chance of coming back if she plays correctly, and if not, she'll have just as strong ganking potential as Lissandra, I'd say.
What do you think of this Varus pickup by EpicSex? I mean, we obviously don't know who's going to necessarily play each champion at this point.
I actually saw that and I was a little bit worried. Varus will have a very difficult time escaping both Lissandra and Aurelia, but at the same time, we're looking at a Vladimir top which doesn't have a lot of CC, and depending on what jungle and support they pick. I think Varus might be a good sort of team fighting AD carry, similar to the way Ashe functions, and he's got the team fight locked down. That could potentially lead to a really good Vladimir ultimate as well as AoE from Diana, and I think that's a very interesting pick. It's definitely an AD carry I'd hesitate when looking at Lissandra, who's just so well known for being able to get into the fight and ult the correct target that you want to.
No, I'm sure you're right. I mean, how does Varus do against Graves?
As far as I know, it's similar to the way Caitlyn functions, as he's got the longer attack range which you can harass with, and if done correctly, when you're harassing every time Graves throws CS, you can poke him down to the point where Graves can't all-in trade you. But if Graves can all-in, just dash in, auto-Q, and basically drop his entire skill set on you, Graves should technically win as far as I know, and might be because I personally like to play Graves. I do think Graves is stronger in terms of the outright DPS, but the playmaking potential of Varus as well as ganking potential once he hits 6 would be a lot stronger. But you can also argue Varus can poke from a much larger range, so it's I'd say slightly favoured to Graves.
What do you think of Sejuani now that she's had her round of nerfs?
Round of nerfs was...
They've reduced the damage on her flail to Northern Winds, taking down the percentage health it does on the first striker. They've also meant that if you miss her Glacial Prison, it will only, and sort of catch people with the explosion, it will only do a 30% slow rather than a 90%.
I think the ultimate nerf was really... It hurt Sejuani, but I think it was the right choice to make, because prior to that, Sejuani ultimate was such a huge factor. And regardless of how she played in early and mid game, one good Sejuani ultimate usually won the team fight, and that was sort of slightly unfair given the actual radius of the Sejuani ultimate. But I've played a bit of Sejuani recently, post nerfs, and I find her it's just as good. It's one of those things. It's like the reduced reduced width of the Jarvan Q. It punishes you for making a mistake, but the intrinsic skill itself is still a very powerful skill, and the skill set on Sejuani, I think, is still very strong.
So you're saying it's separating the good Sejuanis from the great Sejuanis?
Most definitely. It's making it have a larger sort of skill gap. It's forcing you to time your ultimates better when the enemy's grouped, and yeah, basically it's saying be a better Sejuani and it'll be fine, and if you're not, then obviously you get punished and you have the 30% slow rather than what it used to be. I'm interested, very standard jungle, Lee Sin, I think. As a jungler, I think Lee Sin into Sejuani is a interesting choice because you'll have the early game control, and that's probably what the Purple Side team are looking for as a jungler. You're looking for the early game control, trying to actually snowball the lanes before Sejuani can, and I think in particular, Aurelia getting ahead of the Vladimir early will basically, it will snowball itself, it will win itself once you get the first initial gank off Vladimir and he gets behind. But in terms of late game team fighting, Lee Sin's going to have to land some pretty impressive kicks into the entire enemy team to sort of equal out the impact of Sejuani team fighting ability.
No, I'm certainly right. Something kind of interesting from Moonlit Rampage, looking at the runes and masteries, he's gone for 28 into the offense tree, which is not what I'd necessarily be expecting, but essentially just picking up the extra attack speed along with the spell weaving and blade weaving, so and only taking 2 points in recovery, which is the health regeneration from the defensive tree, so I'd expect to see an incredibly aggressive Moonlit Rampage in this game, if only going by those masteries.
And also, if you notice, the cleanse, just I believe to counter either the most likely Lissandra ultimate, but also a 2-second stun from Aurelia, which is still a very powerful CC, as well as I guess a Sona.
Well, the only thing that's worth mentioning about that is even if you do cleanse the Frozen Prison from Lissandra, the slowing aura still remains in place, so it's not just a kind of get out of jail free card, but it would be interesting to see how it does play out in this game. It's certainly going to reduce her ability to catch her out with also with the Crescendo from Abyssinian as well.
I'm interested in what your opinion about the bot lane synergy for both blue and purple team.
Let's see. Yes, well, Epic 6 presumably wants to try and, for the most part, hold back and just poke with his god arrows, whereas Thresh doesn't seem like he really facilitates that terrifically well, and Sona's going to kind of negate some of that poke with her innate sustain. Say innate sustain, that's not even the appropriate word using right now. And I don't know Graves super well, but I kind of feel like Red's teams going to have a bit better time, if only because Varus' poke's going to be somewhat negated by Sona, whereas I don't think that Thresh is going to help. Well, he can help Varus a bit in terms of if he does land a death sentence, it's a lot easier for Varus to land a god arrow. But
as well as got three stacks of his W as well.
That's true.
Give you sufficient time for the flame.
They'll need to be pretty coordinated, I think.
Yeah, it is one of those interesting things because I find it quite unusual. I don't see a lot of Graves with Sona support. Most of the times I see Graves, Leona, or Graves, Janna to give him the extra shield for the burst, or to turn Graves into sort of a high damage burst caster. And seeing a Sona is interesting because she does have, I can't remember exactly which skill it was, but it does give us Graves a sort of sheen proc effect. And it would be interesting to see if they group up, say within the Sona aura to do so. Oh, the DJ Sona skin, nice.
Oh,
But
yes.
yeah, it'll be interesting to see if they stick together. So Graves get the extra sort of sheen proc damage, but at the same time, it makes it very easy for Fresh to get a double flay, and not necessarily a good thing to do in a bot lane team fight when you lose an auto attack from being stuck together. But I'm not sure which bot lane would you favour.
At this point, I'd say I think the red team. I kind of understand. I think how red team are going to win a lot more than I understand how blue team are going to win. But I guess we'll see. I mean, you're right with what you said before with Varus. Epixex's Varus has a great amount of potential to be punished for his lack of mobility. Sejuani throwing in, Diana jumping on his face. Sorry, what am I talking about? I'm looking at the wrong team. How silly me. But yeah, sorry. Yes, Aurelia jumping in, sorry, was what I meant to say, as well as Lee Sin. And I don't know if T Sin's going to be able to get the frozen prison down on him, because that would imply he got way too close in the first place. So I guess it's better than... Yes, I think it's better than if it had been the other way round with the bot lanes. I think either way, immobile AD carries are going to get punished. I mean, Graves has got that dash, which isn't a huge amount of mobility, but along with his smoke screen, it kind of effectively becomes mobility by... I think does slow the opposing champion?
Yes, I do agree. Like, I'm looking at the blue team and I'm seeing a potential Sejuani ultimate or Varus ultimate interchangeable initiation into a Vladimir out damage camp into Diana AoE. But at the same time, I don't think Diana has a tremendous amount of AoE besides her Q and W. And she's not exactly the most AoE heavy sort of mage if you compare it to someone like Xerath or Vel'Koz or Orianna. More typical AoE sorts of casters. And it is interesting, but I can definitely see the combo that they're going for with the AoE CC lockdown into huge damage.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And, Fresh, I would say, is a bit of an odd one out, but at the same time, you do need the Fresh 3 different CCs, I guess, to peel for the Varus, which would make it very difficult for someone like Aurelia to jump on him. And I can sort of see why the Fresh pick was definitely necessary. But I agree with you. Like, when looking at the red team, it seems like a very simple... Someone is going to get targeted, and that one person will get popped in a team fight right off the bat. High priority targets are going to die pretty much instantly. And I think it's a much more simplistic approach to the whole AoE, making sure everything combos was. In the red team, whatever stun that comes out from Sandra, Sona, or Aurelia, we follow in on that guy, and I think it's a pretty simple call. And simple is by no means bad. It means it's easier to pull off, and a lot of times it means you pull it off better.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. I mean, if I'm understanding what you're saying correctly, that the blue team have got a higher sort of potential team fight strength, but it's going to require more coordination to pull off successfully.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, that's the problem. That these guys may have played together a few games before, but they won't necessarily have played in this exact configuration. Oh man, that Sona skin looks so nice. And early on, it looks like red team are able to put a lot of pressure onto the blue side bot, especially considering there's no real sustain for them.
I think it's just the race to get to level 2 right now. So first one to get level 2, then just try to progress on the opponent. It'll be interesting to see what happens. Graves did get harassed quite hard, but the Sona sustain, there's level 2, both hot, nothing really happened. But I think in general, Sona sustain on Graves is going to give him a much easier lane than Varus, because it's very difficult for the Fresh to time all his shields, make sure he's getting full of damage.
Okay, so let's have a quick rundown. I'll go for the blue team if you go for the red team. So we've got Evil Scotsman up on the top on Vladimir. We've got, in the jungle, we've got Sir Hobbsy on Sejuani. In the mid lane, we've got Moonlit Rampage on Diana. And in the bot lane, we've got Epixex on Varus and Eternum on the Thresh.
Okay, so on the blue side, is Crash Kid Luki, which is on Aurelia. Mid lane is Tessin on Lysandra. Jungle is Imaki on Lee Sin. Bot lane is EK on Graves. And Abyssinian on Sona. Apologise if I'm pronouncing your names incorrectly.
Don't worry about it. They're probably not all watching this game.
I hope they're not. Rather unfair they are.
Well, they'd be quite distracted and 3 minutes behind as well.
True, rather confusing. But yeah, it's interesting what...
Oh, the hook comes out on EK. Here we go, the early aggression. EK is not dissuaded though, keeps putting the damage down, has got that smoke screen. Ignite coming down on EK. The exhaust being the reply. The dark patch is used. And we're seeing...
Where the flash is.
Yep, Abyssinian is continues trying to... The arrow doesn't get enough damage through. I don't know if you can see if it hit. Oh wow, that's so low on that Graves. Both sides looking for that last cheeky bit of damage.
That was an absolutely incredible team fight. Very explosive stuff. Just the moment he engaged, he decided he's going to go all in. And
ooh, Evil Scotsman does get smited up in the top, while in the middle it looks like it's going to be inconclusive. Scotsman being chased nearly under turret, but it doesn't look like Blue Team. Oh, as a whole, are pretty low health. This Abyssinians harass actually doing quite a big chunk of the Blue Team's health. They're still remaining on very low health. And one of these death sentences from Eternum could turn around this entire bot lane. Oh, okay, Scotsman forcing out the puddle from Valamir. Tenzin could be in danger though. We're seeing... Okay, no, we are seeing a recall coming out from Sir Hobbsy. It's not the trap I thought it could be.
yeah, back to that first bot fight, I think it was a misplay from both sides, really. Graves getting caught initiating was hugely overestimating his DPS in a sort of the enemy engage, they have a favourable engage. And then I think it was a misplay from both Varus and Fresh because he potted at the start of the fight. Graves potted at the start of the fight, and when the ignite from Fresh came down, I believe, they had a chance that if they flashed instantly in auto, Graves would have died. Because they flashed later, Graves' health potion actually healed him up to the point where he didn't die to the auto. Oh no, he flashed the auto, but he didn't die to the Q.
Oh, well here comes Sir Hobbsy into the bottom lane. It doesn't look like Red Team are at all aware of this. Abyssinian is going to get slowed. They're trying to get to EK as well. Abyssinian's taking a lot of damage, has to blow the flash. Episex is relatively low health, but EK... Ooh, EK... that's why he's acting a bit more confident, because here comes Imaki. Sir Hobbsy, though, does manage to just tag EK. And flashes back in here. First blood actually goes across to the Lee Sin. Imaki very cheeky there. Wow.
Very ballsy brave there.
That was incredibly brave. I didn't think that was going to go across. Both teams do have the kill now, but Red Team actually pulling ahead in goal by a not insignificant margin.
Well, let's just look at what the agents buy. So the Varus...
Oh, Lukey up and Evil Scotsman in the top lane. Ultimates are being deployed against each other. I don't think either one of them is going to die. But yes, what is going to come out in the bot lane?
So Varus has got an extra Dorans and Graves decided to go for an extra pair of boots. I assume it's the problem.
Oh, Tenzin getting taken really low. Sorry, it's all that damage from Moonlit Rampage is really taking a big chunk out of... I keep calling him Tenzin. Tessin? I don't know. Oh, Tessin could be in trouble there. Sir Hobbsy is going to try and lock him up. Nice use of the escape. No, got greedy for the kill. Has to burn the flash. It replied with its own flash. Tessin under the tower. And the kill goes across the Moonlit Rampage.
Yeah, so I think, again, that was very interesting. When on Strani, he did have the damage, but he missed the auto attack before he dashed through. And then he got greedy and flashed back and tried to... Oh no, he got greedy and turned around to get the auto attack. Sejuani was already off the auto attack rates. So it's very interesting that all the players here do seem to know the rough sort of damage of their champions, but a few tiny misplays there gave the Diana the advantage. When we look at the CS. Yeah, if we exclude what just happened now with the kill, I think Lysandra did have a slight CS lead.
Oh, Scotsman can be in trouble. No, doesn't have the pull to get away, and picked up by Lukey. Really nice kill up in the top lane. Oh, and the death sentence is under the tower. EK is replying with a lot of damage. The turn taken very low in return. And we do see Imaki making some inroads on that dragon, and actually takes it. That's very a nice early pickup for them.
They knew Sejuani back, so yeah, very bog standard jungler move there. Did they realise Sejuani's there?
They surely must have. I mean, with the Razorbeak, Oh, we're seeing the red team moving down in force to the bottom lane. Luki actually recalling right in front of Evil Scotsman. But there's not too much for red team to really gain here anymore, unless they think they can actually get a gank off on LV6. They've got the dragon which they wanted. Moonlit Rampage coming in. Nice, doesn't manage to cancel the Claw of Glory. So Tessin's going to be safer now.
Once down.
Oh! Epic 6 doesn't manage to land the ultimate. EK taken really low. Nice arrow comes out. Abyssinian is going to get picked up as well. That's pretty huge for the blue team. Okay, so let's see. How did that affect the goal between the two AD carries? Yes, I mean, let's see. Oh yes, I've got to rearrange the scoreboard. How silly of me. There we go. Yep, that's all fine. So
200 goal difference currently.
Yes, I mean, well, that's leaked a lot of the red team's early small advantages away. What was the problem there for red team? What was blue team doing which they didn't anticipate?
My biggest thing was if you notice both junglers, they started with the free camp start into the back to get the first jungle item straight into red. I think for Sodrani that was a very strong jungle start. She does need to get the early jungle item to get the extra health and sustain in the smite. Lee Sin, on the other hand, does not require it as much.
Oh, wait a second! Evil Scotsman getting taken really low, but here comes Sir Hobbs. He comes in, nice reply damage. But we see Mackie coming in, doesn't manage to hit the resonating strike, but he's still going to go to Scotsman. The last bit of damage. No! Oh my gosh! Actually gets killed in return by Hobbsy, who's maybe even going to pick up a double kill here. No, nice use of the mobility from Luki to get away. Has that reduced crowd control as well. But wow, what a turnaround! Oh no, Luki! Nice stun on the turret, but Rampage I think is still going to be able to tank its way through it. And but in the bot lane, here comes Crescendo comes out. Epic 6 can take a tournament as well. Double kill coming out. Oh, really nice pickup there from Rampage. Made sure he couldn't run backwards or forwards.
Oh, that was incredibly unfortunate. The Lee Sin turned around and tried to get one more auto attack, but he actually cancelled his auto, started running away at the last second, and Vladimir didn't even get hit by that last auto from Lee Sin. So that's very unfortunate, because he should have just decided, you know what, I'm going to die. I might as well take you down with me if I get something out of it. And,
Evil Scotsman could be in trouble up in the top lane. Mackie is not going to let his puddle get the Scotsman away, and a nice pickup there. While in the mid lane, Tissin is in trouble. So Hobbsy, nice, deploys the stun, didn't miss it, so not affected by that nerf. Whew, sorry, you were saying?
Yeah, moment, Diana, mouthful there, wasn't it? A lot of things happening from that, but yeah, Diana hitting 6, really showing that she's a lot more...
Oh, EK could be in trouble, nice, the chain roots in place there. Oh, it's going to be so little damage left between. Epic 6 managing to crawl away, Abyssinian desperately trying to get the last kill, but I think they actually end up doing exactly the opposite thing and getting killed themselves. It's all the death sentence. Oh, so little health. Imaki could be coming in, but it might be too late by the time. Nope, they are able to scoot away there. That extra bit of movement speed from the boots on Abyssinian. Oh, here comes Imaki. Did manage to make it down. Epic 6 is taken really low. The death sentence is just a little too late there. Aturnum actually being chased away from his own turret. I don't know if that's necessarily the best thing. Oh, that's why the teleport's coming in. Imaki's now on the defensive. Evil Scotsman, I don't know, has the mobility to catch up with Imaki, who can go across walls, more or less at will. Will, speaking of... Oh no! Imaki actually picks up a kill, but he's going to pay for it! The ultimate coming down from Evil Scotsman. No, shut down. And, Tissin in the middle. Rampage is putting so much damage down. Isn't able to secure the kill at this point. Phew! Man, this is really back and forth.
Interesting about the already up top is opting to proxy the wave rather than take the tower down.
That's interesting.
Actually, given the kill advantage, I think it's either CS and the bot tower.
Tessin is in trouble here. Moonlit Rampage doesn't manage to get the knock up there that we're looking for. That could have been another kill picked up. But yes, what's the reasoning as an Aurelia, why would you want to proxy the wave against Vladimir at this point?
I think it's just because the tower is actually relatively low. Once I actually looked up what was happening top,
oh, Evil Scotsman can be in trouble. Crescendo comes out, so much damage. The last bit, if it just come out with the collateral damage. Rampage is taken really low as well. Double kill, but nice. We're seeing the AoE lock up from Hobbsy, but it's not enough to get him, well, anything more than just that one kill. I say just one kill. But still, as the dragon comes up, this is a pretty good situation for Red Team to be in.
Dragon's coming up in less than 10 seconds, and Lysandra does have no health. It's going to take him 20 seconds to actually get to Drake. I'm not sure if the blue side team can actually make anything out of this.
Well, the window is open, and we'll see if they take advantage of it. Mackie's doing a bit of sneaky bit of counter jungling, and that ward, which will definitely not follow him forever. Those bushes are hard to get. I don't know. I think Eternum does know he's there because, yep, we're seeing the death sentence come out. This could be pretty crucial. If Imaki can't get away at this point with the dragon up, that's going to hurt Red Team's chances a lot. Imaki getting slowed and getting dominated by Sir Hobbsy, and this is going to be pretty huge. The dragon is live, and there's no jungler for the Red Team.
Red side team has pinged it as soon as the Lee Sin died, so we're interested.
Oh man, Eternum getting taken really low. Does get the Dark Passage across, and I don't know. Spanny, if you're going to call it, which team's getting this dragon?
Right now, I would say Red Team. Has to be Red Team because Sejuani's going to go back. Lee Sin's going to be there in time when she gets there. Sejuani has no ultimate at the moment, but once the Sejuani ult comes in and is off cooldown, that's going to be the complete reverse of blue team with much more CC lockdown. And as we have seen, the Diana mid game is so much stronger than Lysandra. Prior to Lysandra getting the hourglass, just has very little ways of dealing with Diana.
Oh, Scotsman could be in trouble. Lukey and Scotsman going into another death battle between these two titans of the top lane. But it's going to be so close! Evil Scotsman does go down. I have to think that kind of rolling of the dice is never going to be in favour of Evil Scotsman, being how far behind he is at this point.
Very true. And it's interesting, Aurelia actually opted for the level 3 max, or E to level 3 and then a W max, which gives her the sustain in lane. I guess it assumes sustain against Vladimir. But surely, dragon fight right now.
Alright, well these teams are both posturing around looking to try and get the Rift Scuttler Speed Shrine. It looks like Sir Hobbsy's going to bully the way through though. I think it was blue team, but here comes so much AoE damage. EK taken out along with Abyssinian. Epizix trying to crawl away. Tezzin right in the middle of that one, picked up for another kill. This is going to be huge for blue team. They're really pressing much. Triple kill! And another kill picked up on the tail end of that. So there's only one member of the red team still alive. And this is presumably going to be the first dragon of the game for the blue team, unless we see a cheeky steal attempt. No, nice death sentence. Lukey being rendered irrelevant. Does pick up a kill though. And are they going to be able to get away? Absolutely not. But still, one dragon apiece, and the goal is still surprisingly similar between these teams, despite how violently these team fights are going.
3k goal difference, and I have to say, Moonlit Rampage really living up to his name, rampaging through the enemy team, just jumping that back line and pushing them all together, just making Stridy up so much easier. And it was very interesting there, like, just the way both Diana is completely controlling the team fights and Lysandra being mispositioned, well, you could say pushed back by Sir Hobbsy in fear of the Sejuani ultimate. But I have to say, I didn't agree with the Sejuani ult. Might be a misclick on his part, but he ulted Sejuani instead of Diana post the death of the AD Greys on their side, and it was very unfortunate. We got Lee Sin getting top on Vladimir.
Oh, but EK down in the bottom, nice denying that area, and well. Epix didn't feel like he stood a chance there. Imaki getting taken really low, but Tenzin's going to finish off that kill, surely. No, Trash Kid Lukey actually the one to pick up the kill in the end. And it's so even between these teams. Very little gold separating them, and it both at times seem super dominant.
Indeed. Well, that was very well played by Vladimir, nearly taking down Lee Sin in that trade.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, it's only 1 minute and spare change until the Baron. Could we see either of these teams going for a cheeky earlier Baron?
I highly doubt either team could, given the fact there's only Triforce, no bulk or pressure, no attack speed. I highly doubt anyone can take this Baron, and if they do, it's a huge risk, and it's not very worth it, to be honest, not at this stage of the game.
We are seeing a goodly amount of warding for both teams. I'm liking that pink ward that's managed to survive behind the blue team's red buff for such a long time. It's nice. It's certainly giving them a lot more awareness, at least as blue team are transitioning around their own jungle.
And so most of the wards on the red side are just the break fight wards. Though neither team really has a lot of deep wards besides the pink ward you mentioned in either side jungle, so it doesn't look like they're planning on doing any very soon.
Oh, Epic 6 does get the root onto Imaki. So much damage coming down, and even the collateral damage just missed. Teleport's coming in as well. Epic 6 taken really low. He's going to get taken out. Abyssinian's going to come in and try and give Epic 6 all this is a counter. Crescendo completely misses though. Extra damage coming down. Scotsman chunking down EK, but in return taking so much damage. Moonlit Rampage picks up another kill on the back of that, actually getting some shutdown goal as well. So, not quite what they were hoping for, I think.
That was a very unfortunate Graves ultimate, or at least in kick, because the actual Graves ultimate missed because of a kick projector. Sorry. And that was very unfortunate, otherwise it could have ended the fight a lot sooner and possibly escaped rather than fight the
Oh, so Hobbsy comes across the wall though. Tenzin gets caught up. That's going to be 2 kills going across the blue team. Really nice pickup there. And yeah, it was just the wards had run out for red side, so they just didn't see that one coming.
Huh. And again, Sejuani ultimate into Diana AoE and complete lockup. Diana now has the lead, has the damage, has the mid game to just basically snowball. And it'll be interesting to see how hard this Diana can snowball, because she's well known for not having as much of a late game sort of presence, whilst Cassandra will have a lot more late game presence. But as of now, Diana's completely...
Oh, Rampage could be in trouble. No, he gets by with little help from his friends. These teams actually seem, I mean, for these being mostly, you know, to an extent at least, pickup groups, they're very coordinated with each other.
Very much so. And the actual kill on the tri-bush on the red side was very interesting. There was no vision there. They just knew they were running back, and Diana Sejuani jumped in and just found them and locked them down. Diana can then easily follow up and kill them all. Very interesting though. Like now they've actually got all of the wards and vision down ready for the next strike that spawns in just over a minute. So they are preparing for the next strike, obviously.
Well, we've got 2 additional turrets in favour of the blue team at this point. It doesn't quite account for their gold lead, but it's certainly contributing towards it. I don't know if we're going to see maybe the red team try and make up that turret deficit at some point. It's, well, at least the waves are pushing past, well, they were momentarily pushing in the bot lane, which is going to make life a little easier for them to take Dragon, but it looks like red team's actually being driven away from it.
So definitely very good posturing from the blue side team, getting ready for the Dragon and trying to look for picks on the bot side of the jungle. But this has left the mid open. Cassandra is very good at pushing the wave in with Lee Sin. Diana's going to come stop them.
Oh man, that wave clear is crazy. So I have to... I was checking to see if she got the echo item. Alright, here we go. We are seeing the fight. Ultimate's missing left and right. The stun just catching the tail edge. The extra damage amp really effective. And we're seeing it. EK completely running away like crazy, and a nice arrow. Although it was Evil Scotsman who did in fact pick up the kill.
But there was the Varus Sejuani into Vladimir. Unfortunate the Varus ultimate missed, but Sejuani into Vladimir was all they needed, and it did the work.
Yeah, no.
Looks like they're prioritising a inhibitor tower over Drake right now. That's very interesting. Sandra's coming in with the TP from Aurelia, but I'm not
oh no, TCN has no mobility left now. It's going to hide in a glacial prison for a little while. No, sorry, Frozen Tomb. What am I talking about? Evil Scotsman taking Luki very low, while being very low in return. The last bit of damage for Scotsman? No, doesn't happen. Nice Death Sentence comes up there. Imaki picks up the kill, and another kill. A Turnham could go down as well. I believe that's going to be a triple kill for Lee Sin, and that's surely going to secure them this next dragon. Oh, they've still got to contend with Rampage though. Comes on, Imaki has got that spell magic damage shield come out. Escaping, no, not escaping on very little health. We're seeing Abyssinian just saying goodbye. I'm not having any more part of this, and leaves. Rampage cut through the blue team like nothing.
Everything. And definitely a free choice for blue side now.
Yeah, I mean, from looking like it was almost certainly going to be red team, there's a lot of confidence from Moonlit Rampage.
Very much so, given that this sort of 24-minute marker, 30, maybe 40-minute, is basically Moonlit sort of Diana's time to shine. It's very impressive.
So what is it that causes Diana to drop off as the game progresses?
He has one skill that doesn't do any damage, I believe that is her E. Compared to every other, well, most other casters, they all have a shield or more damage. So basically one of your skills doesn't do damage, whilst in another caster, for example Lissandra, all 3 skills will do damage and will scale with AP. So as the time goes on, all 3 skills also increase in damage, whilst Diana only has 2 skills increasing damage.
Well, that does make sense.
So, long-winded explanation.
No, that's a good explanation. So she's trying to make the most of the point at which it doesn't really matter really much.
Yes, but given the fact she's got a huge lead in both levels and items, it's very, very difficult. Like, the focus that has to go on Diana is going to have to be done exceptionally well. Although the red team does have a very good pick composition here, so focusing Diana completely is a possibility. But she does have her shield, which resets when the 3 balls are popped, I guess you could say, and as well as an hourglass, making her a very difficult person to kill in it. And yeah, I think the hourglass is a very powerful buy from both the AB carriers, making it much more survivable. It'll be very interesting to see if they can focus Diana, if they want to, even to be honest. But from the looks of it, it is the blue team's sort of prerogative to initiate the team fight and win it quite easily.
Oh, Evil Scotsman could be in trouble here. Nice use of the Zonias to try and negate that follow-up from Imaki, but I don't think he's going to get away. Deploying the ultimate, but it doesn't matter. That's another nice pickup for the red team. But even as these teams pick up individual kills of each other, it doesn't feel like it seems like they're always trading backwards and forwards. As, for any pickup, well, saying it comes true. For any kill from one team, the other team needs to respond pretty quickly. Oh, okay. I thought for a second we might see blue team actually turret dive using the Righteous Glory speed up.
Joanne looks like she wants to.
Oh, she has been spotted out by that ward. So I have to think this is going to factor into their ambush plans. Alright, well, the aggression still does continue towards his mid lane turret. Nice use of the smoke screen. The Sandra doesn't decide to go on in the end. Imaki taking so much damage, getting pulled out of his own team. Epic 6 does get locked up, but Sir Hobbsy providing a good front line, making sure that they can't get the damage to those fragile and quite heavily damaged characters at the back. Ikia gets caught up with a death sentence, might end up paying for it though. Eternum getting taken really, really low. Trash Kid picks up a kill, and this could be taken further. No, Crash Kid's actually being pushed out. Moonlit Rampage picks up Graves at the back there, and the AoE is coming in. Trash Kid is going to be the next one to die. T-Sin hasn't got anywhere to go, and this could be really, really awful for the blue team. I think it's going to be the ace coming down for Sir Hobbsy. Another turret going down, maybe even a further one, and it could even be an inhibitor.
I was a very greedy chase from the red side team, but I'm not sure if you noticed that Baron's ultimate worked so well as an initiation tool as well as an escape tool. Like, it was slowly expanding and snaring people one by one as the blue team tried to escape, and I totally didn't think that it could be used in such a way. Because you initiate and then you start running away, and the rest of the team can't actually follow up and counter the initiation because they're slowly getting snared as they try to chase you down. So that's a very interesting thing with Paris there.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely right. I mean, it's definitely one of those abilities that you don't see. Well, you don't see Varus coming out too often. FX trying to get a cheeky red buff. He may pay for it. Luki takes the red buff right back off him.
He's finished checking the red. No,
I think he's doing more than checking the Baron. They're actually starting it. It doesn't look like blue team are at all aware this is even a possibility. We're seeing actually recalls coming out from the blue team who have no vision of this whatsoever. We might see Eternum stumble into this Baron, and I think it may actually end up costing him. The ward comes down. Nothing that the blue team can do about this. The slow surely going to come out of Eternum. He does actually manage to get away, even with the AoE speed up from Sona. The red team can't quite catch that fish, but they're moving in on the top side turret for blue team. I don't think there's too much they can do about this. Yep, Eternum going to get caught up and losing. Oh, Tenzin, it's some reply damage coming out. Evil Scotsman does get caught by the crescendo though, and Rampage is right in the middle of the blue team. Sorry, the red team. So much damage going backwards and forth. Aurelia picks up another kill. Scotsman doing everything he can to take out EK. So Hobbsy is chasing Imaki down. I don't think he's going to get away. Wow, a legendary Sejuani. Apparently those buffs were not enough to take Sejuani away from being super effective. And it's another great team fight for the blue team.
Oh, most definitely, yeah. And I am constantly questioning Kessin's Assassin ultimates. I mean, on Vladimir, that was probably not the best use of ultimate. When he was under the tower and she tried to flash and failed to get into range quickly enough, I think she should have just left it. I mean, a 3k health Vladimir is not someone you could easily pop.
Speaking of Vladimir, he could be in trouble here. I don't think he's going to get away. There's very little mobility on Vladimir. But he has got Zonius to keep him alive for a few seconds more. I don't think it's going to matter unless he can get some serious AoE out. No, Luki does pick up the kill, but still, blue team up in the top lane, taking a turret for their troubles.
I mean, Vladimir split pushing and dragging people down there, got them a free tower, so death for a tower, I think perfectly worth it.
Yeah, it was really good.
Red side has just pinged it.
Oh! Well, since they've got the inhibitor down the mid lane, it's going to take some of their attention. But yes, I think that is going to be the next fight. We've got the ward on the dragon, and that's somewhat being corrected by Luki, but there's always more wards on that came from. And both teams pouring down towards the dragon. I don't know, which one do you think is going to get it?
I think it's going to be blue team again, because Diana is coming in, Sejuani is prepared to jump over, and
Luki's running interference though. Oh, here we go, Hobbsy coming in. The red team does take that dragon. It's going to be a fight. 2 on 5 almost. Eternum getting taken really low, but here comes Diana. Crescendo comes out. It's going to hold her down for a second, but Hobbsy's so tanky, so tanky. It's surviving on... No, the pickup. That's 500 extra bonus gold going across to Luki. He picks up another kill. And I don't think blue team expected this at all. It's not over yet. Scotsman... Okay, no, it totally is over yet. Wow, what a fight.
From Moonlight Rampage there. He was completely mispositioned incorrectly. Sejuani jumped over, had no follow-up besides Varus trying to auto someone from over the Dragon Ball. I totally didn't expect that. I assumed the Diana was going to come in straight from the left side.
Oh, this yeah, Scotsman could be in trouble as well. He's dropping the ultimate, but still is in Zonya, so isn't putting down any extra damage quite yet. Still, oh, the AoE coming out. Evil Scotsman is on such low health. Does get picking up. It's picking up. That's not a word. Moonlit Rampage is going to sneak away, but there's always the danger of Rampage coming in and finishing off all these low health champions. EK recalling. I don't know if this is going to work out too well. It's so risky for the red team to be trying to pursue this any further. Dark Passage gets a bit of movement going. EK could end up... It's going to go for it! I don't know how it's going to work out. No, it's going to work out predictably as Moonlit Rampage picks up yet another kill. That's a 16 kills, 2 death Diana.
But I still don't agree with the initial 2v4 that they attempted to do.
Oh, Imaki could be in trouble, so Hobbsy trying to chase him down. Nice, the Glacial Prison doesn't connect this time round. But yes, I don't know. It felt like a very awkward team fight. I think maybe the blue team, even though they are so far ahead, of getting a little bit overconfident.
Yes, most definitely. Or just miscommunication, because he jumped over and no one backed him up for it. And yeah, that was very unfortunate. If Diana came in earlier with the Sejuani ultimate, he should be able to get a lot of free damage on the enemy team and possibly kill a crucial carry or two.
Well, that was the thing. It was a perfect situation for the blue team. All the red team were clumped up in that dragon pit, and with the AoE that they could drop down, Crescendo comes out, but does it answer with a death sentence. A little bit of hitting isn't enough to keep him alive. We're going to see a long-form line of champions fighting each other here. So much damage coming down on everyone. Hobbsy manages to soak a lot of damage, but Luki has got to the back line. A tournament is so close to dying. Epic Sex does get picked up by Tessin, who's going to take the return damage, getting ripped through by Moonlit Rampage. And this team fight is going to go in favour of the blue team, who are chasing off EK. I don't know if putting that much attention onto a tournament was really worthwhile for them.
Just, but I have to say, the tank Aurelia is interesting. Like, he survived for a very long time.
Oh, EK does get ulted underneath the tower. It's going to try and get the damage onto Scotsman, who nice use of the Zonius. Now the aggro's been reset. Here comes Hobbsy. Evil Scotsman is the one to pick up the kill. Really nicely played by the blue team. They are going to try and reply with some damage. Here comes the Death Sentence. A ton of actually pulling. Abyssinian's the one to pick up the kill. Scotsman's in trouble. Sir Hobbsy's, I think, just going to try and walk away from this one. Red team are still chasing though. Nice use of the safeguard to try and close the distance. Resonate Strike doesn't hit. The flash comes across. Evil Scotsman taking super low, but in the base, Rampage is taking that inhibitor. Really nice team play from the blue team. Oh, Tenzin in so much trouble. Can he get away? I don't know. No. Moonlit Rampage gets a last bit of damage down. The ultimate not enough to keep them safe. But here comes the rest of the red team. Moonlit Rampage is right in the middle of their base. Really nice glacial prison, but it doesn't actually secure the kill in the end. Still, red team don't quite count them out yet.
Like I said, the red team does a very good scaling. I think the Sanders will be more and more useful, but so far he's too far behind the actual Diana to do much. But Aurelia has become very tanky, and like that dragon chase when she just constantly hacked away at a tournament and they just couldn't kill her.
Oh, EK goes straight up against Epic Sex. No, Epic Sex actually has a lot more damage, catches EK off guard, and picks up a cheeky extra kill.
I was wrong. I said Graves would be stronger, but if you're Varus and you have 2 items ahead, or 2 damage items ahead of a Graves, I guess you could easily kill him with nearly half your health remaining.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. I believe that the man, there's so many people in this game who I can't remember the ability name. The Chain of Corruption. So I believe the Chain of Corruption did miss, but it didn't matter. Still able to outdamage Graves. I don't know if the collateral damage was actually, I don't remember if it actually connected or not. But still, yeah, I mean, it was strange for both of those characters to be at that particular point in the map. Well, we could see another Dragon Baron setup here for blue team as they pick up Mrs. Krabs, the Rift Scuttler, and are presumably going to go around and try and clear the wards around the Baron, while red team are stuck defending their own lanes against the super minions pushing in. Yeah, there we go. Baron that started. It's going to be really hard for red team. No, we're seeing a teleport coming in here. I don't know if this is going to work out. No, blue team already, by the time the teleport comes down, oh no, this is going to look really bad for Luki. Tenzin going in super hard. Abyssinian comes down. Epic Sex is on very low health. Moonlit Rampage up in the top lane doesn't manage to finally secure that kill. Abyssinian is doing a great job of holding back the rest of the blue team. Scotsman is trying to get away, trying to apply his damage on the top lane. It's not looking great for the red team as another Abyssinian is picked up. Imaki and EK splitting off into different directions. Nice, EK using his using good map. Well, someone say map awareness, but is driving. No, the Hobbsy doesn't manage to hit the glacial prison, and really nice work from EK there, drawing away the blue team from the base, making sure they can't take too much advantage of their numbers, or can't make as much from their numbers advantage as they would have been able to otherwise. But all of these Baron minions pouring into the base of the red team. Imaki cannot stand against the fury of Epic Sex, and another turret drop down. That's both Nexus turrets down at this point. There are members of the red team here to try and defend. We're actually seeing Epic Sex falling back. Nice use of the Chains of Corruption there. Trash Kid right in the middle there, getting too much damage. Epic Scotsman picks up the kill. Tenzin, taking down to really low health, is taking so much damage in these fights. It's Abyssinian trying to hold back the blue team. Surely it's not going to happen. We're seeing a very strong end game from the blue team.
Oh right, just that wombo combo from the blue side team was just completely steamrolling every team fight they had. I have nothing against Tenzin, but the Lissandra was the ults were not on correct targets and not on time, and she just didn't get the right items at the right time that they needed it. But you have to give it to Rampage. He was rampaging all over the place. The moment he hit 6, and well, it was level 7 when he got the first kill, he just snowballed really, really hard throughout the entire game. Was always in the correct place to actually get the kills, and very impressive play.
Yeah, really, really nicely done. Oh man, what a game! So yes, we've been most fortunate as casters and if I might say so, as everyone really, to see some really fantastic games from these players this evening. What does Baby